is 5:38. And that wind already picking up. You said it might be worse than what we saw on Saturday.
Right, yeah, our peak wind gust, at least at the Macon airport, was 36 miles per hour on Saturday, and we could experience wind gusts upwards of 45 miles per hour today.
Wow. I'm still brushing knots out of my hair from Saturday from
And the
blowing my hair
interesting
out.
thing is, I don't know if the wind is coming out of the south, but you can kind of already feel a little bit of that moisture, and I could smell it honestly this morning in the air.
Absolutely, and you're right, Wanya. Yeah, the wind is coming out of the southeast this morning. That's pulling in some of that more warm and moist air off of the Atlantic Ocean that is off to our east, and that is going to help aid in a warmer day today. That humidity will also continue to go up just slightly. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be summertime sticky today, but you will notice that extra moisture around in the air. You can see here on top of the fairgrounds that wind just slightly starting to pick up. It's light for now, but the wind today is all going to be a precursor to our cold front tomorrow that will of course bring us that potential for severe storms. So you're looking live on top of the fairgrounds here. A couple of people already making their way out the door. These trucks, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of them parked on the side of the road this afternoon because we know it is pretty dangerous for them to be driving when it gets windy like that. So just take extra caution as we head into the afternoon hours when it comes to that commute. 59 right now in the city of Perry. It is a lot warmer out there. There's that dew point. So there's the moisture content in the air starting to go up all week long. We've typically sat in the 30s and 40s for dew points, and mid 50s isn't, like I said, super sticky, but you are going to notice that difference in the air this morning. Here's a look at the wind advisory for the area today. This is what you can expect wind wise. It will go into effect starting at 11 o'clock this morning and stay in effect rather until 8 o'clock tomorrow. 15 to 25 mile per hour sustained wind. So that's that constant wind. That'll be enough to knock over your trash cans. I know personally in my neighborhood, it is trash pickup day. I'm sure that's going to be a little bit of a game for all of us later to go find them. And gusts upwards of 45 miles per hour will be possible. So can't stress enough that you really strap down any kind of loose objects that are in your yard and just both hands on the steering wheel as you're driving. Here's our front that we're going to be watching tomorrow, already bringing severe weather to parts of Arkansas. In fact, a tornado warning just popped up not too long ago, and there is going to be a really significant threat for severe weather out to our west, including the potential for more tornadic activity. In fact, strong tornadoes, long track tornadoes, EF2 or higher will be possible within this red highlighted area here. That's a level 4 out of 5 threat for severe storms. And yes, this is the same area that dealt with that just last week. March has been so busy severe weather wise, and this really is just the beginning of the severe weather season for us here in the southeast. March, April, and May are the most active times of year for us, and wind gusts 75 miles per hour or higher will be possible. Put that in perspective, we're talking upwards of a Category 1 hurricane wind gusts in parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana. So if you have any friends out there, be sure they're staying weather aware. Now that threat is going to push into central Georgia, and we talk about this a lot. Today's storm outlook, the day 1 technically goes into tomorrow morning. So for us, we're looking 5 to 7 a.m., but then we further that threat into early tomorrow afternoon, and you can see we do bump that threat up to a level 2 for some of the area, mainly from Bibb County off to the southeast. What we're primarily going to be looking for, damaging wind gusts and very heavy rain. Some of us could pick up 2 inches of rain through the morning tomorrow, maybe a brief isolated tornado as we head into the morning. So as we go through the day today, severe weather ongoing out to our west. That front will start to push into northwest Georgia through the overnight hours and then knock on our door as we head towards 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. This is when we'll open up that window of opportunity for severe storms. This is going to come through just in time for that morning commute. Look at this time, 8 o'clock. Heavy rain, that's going to cause some limited visibility, gusty wind within this, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and any severe storms. At this point in the day, south and east of Macon, that's where I think we'll be looking for maybe a brief isolated tornado. Threat comes to an end around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The second half of the day looks great. We'll stay windy though. We'll be dry Friday all the way through Monday. Lots of sunshine, low to mid 70s. Our next rain chance could come on Tuesday.